What is you guys' body counts?
9, 10.
3.
Whoa!
Dixon.
How much is it?
It's like 11, 12.
11, 12?
Yeah, she's lying.
Post question.
What's your body count?
It's 3.
Oh, it is? That's dope, that's
No,
dope.
2. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's 2?
2.
Okay, bet that.
The whole debate around sexual history and relationships? It's like trying to untangle Christmas lights while wearing a blindfold. Frustrating, messy, and full of sparks waiting to fly. On one side, you've got the enlightened brigade clutching their pearls, insisting a person's past is nobody's business. On the other, there's the crowd who unapologetically say, yeah, it actually does matter. And let's not dance around it. For a lot of men, a low or even 0 body count isn't just a preference, it's practically a relationship prerequisite. Now, before anyone starts screaming misogyny, let's call it what it is: shared values and compatibility. For some people, those values are tied to a sense of exclusivity. Is that old-fashioned? Maybe. But it's also not exactly niche. Plenty of guys out here have a hard, unspoken line about it, even if they're not shouting it from the rooftops. Here's where it gets messy. Trust. Everyone likes to say it's the foundation of a great relationship, but how solid is that foundation when someone's dodging questions about their past like Neo in the Matrix? Vague answers, weird deflections, or why does it matter responses. Yeah, those are bright, flashing red flags. If you can't even talk openly, how are you supposed to build anything worth keeping?
Do girls fake orgasms?
Oh, hell yeah.
How many times have you done that? Can you count?
No.
So you have a pretty high body count.
Oh, hell no.
Don't lie, ma'am. It's okay. That we already filmed it.
I'm telling you the truth. I do not have a...
And let's be real, who's actually laying it all out? No filters, no fluff. Nobody. Because honesty sounds great in theory, but in practice, we're all too busy tiptoeing on eggshells, afraid of the fallout from being too real. So what happens? Mistrust, assumptions, and a whole lot of walls go up. Congrats. Now you're stuck with emotional Jenga instead of a genuine connection.
How much of a body count are we talking here when we're talking? Like, can you tell us like the top 3 you've heard from some girls?
The highest I've ever heard from a girl, it was like 340 something.
What? 340 something?
That's
the highest I've ever heard is like 100, and I thought that was
Where
the craziest
are you hearing
number.
that from? I've heard way higher too.
Then what?
Then like 340. I've heard like, I'm just saying 100's the highest you've heard.
Yeah. And I thought that was crazy.
It was around 340. I think it was like 346 if I remember exactly.
What about some other high numbers? Any
Unless
like
it's
100
small.
plus?
Yeah, there's a few of those for
A couple,
sure. Yeah.
a few 100 plus.
Let's talk red flags, shall we? And nothing screams caution, hot mess ahead louder than the current hysteria around false accusations. One baseless claim can vaporize a man's career, torch his reputation, and shred his future faster than you can say canceled. Campus policies? Don't even get me started. It's like handing a match to someone and wondering why the house is on fire. The system's failing everyone, actual victims, the wrongfully accused, you name it. We've somehow managed to botch the delicate balance of supporting real survivors and protecting innocent people. Bravo, society. Another faceplant. Then there's feminism, the glorious rabbit hole of contradictions. On one hand, you've got feminists tackling real, pressing issues like violence against women. Respect. But on the other, you've got keyboard warriors spouting Twitter trends and calling it activism. Spoiler alert. Slapping a hashtag on your bio doesn't magically make your arguments nuanced. Talking about real issues takes effort, but good luck getting that when everyone's too busy yelling over each other. Now let's hit the hot button. False accusations. Ignoring the misuse of this weaponized tactic is just playing with fire. It's a ticking time bomb, yet the enlightened crowd pretends it's not even a problem. Meanwhile, the rest of us are over here wondering why we can't manage to respect actual survivors while also addressing the very real damage false claims cause. It's like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded. Doable, sure, but nobody's even trying. And for the guys looking for some sanity in the dating world, maybe take a peek outside the Western circus, Middle Eastern, Eastern European, or Southeast Asian dating cultures. A breath of fresh air compared to this minefield of empowerment meets entitlement. Oh, and let's not sugarcoat the body count conversation. Sure, it sounds harsh, but a lot of men factor it into their decision-making, whether or not they say it out loud. Why? Because relationships are complicated, and feminism's ever-evolving playbook isn't exactly helping simplify things. So here we are, all stuck trying to navigate a dating world that feels more like a circus than a two-way street. Let's cut to the chase. Broadening your horizons and looking for financial stability in other cultures? Solid advice. If you're genuinely interested in learning and growing, not just collecting an Insta-worthy trophy wife. But let's drop the delusion that every country outside the West is some kind of wife vending machine, stocked with perfectly submissive, loyal partners. Newsflash. Real people don't exist to fulfill your nuclear family fever dreams. If you're serious, maybe start by understanding their cultures beyond some postcard fantasy. Now let's talk about promiscuity and relationship potential. Sure, studies suggest that a person's past can influence their future relationships, but if that's your only metric for picking a partner, congrats, you're the guy bringing a jackhammer to brain surgery. Relationships require communication, trust, and mutual respect. Concepts that seem like hieroglyphics to both hookup culture evangelists and the crowd clutching their pearls over body counts. Spoiler, neither extreme leads to happily ever after.
What's your opinion on women with a high body count? You can do whatever you want. All I'm gonna tell you is the sort of guy that you will wanna lock down in a relationship, he will not accept a girl with over a 20 body count. Women with a high body count, it's kind of like, I don't know, if someone's fat, like I don't judge it, but it's not good, and I'm not gonna pretend it's good. Of course, it's not even a question, like a woman has to, at all costs, protect her body count. And by the way, I don't judge women who have a high body count, and I'm not gonna be around the bush and say it's a good thing. As a woman, of course you have to protect it because it's such an important asset to you.
If a guy is looking to date a girl, is her body count important?
Body count is important to a certain extent though, because you don't want the one that's been passed around in high school. You want the kind of innocent one that kind of explored a little bit while she was in college, but you still got the innocent pure one.
I don't necessarily think the body count is important. I think the person that she slept with is important. Who you're after, what kind of guy you're chasing. Somebody who just comes to a bar looking for a one-night stand, you don't have good characteristics, you don't have good morals.
And that's it for today on Sigma Traits. Make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring that notification bell. Support this channel through membership. You can also support through PayPal, link in the description. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.